Welcome to the Natural Movement Program. This video demonstrates some sample movement patterns our bodies are designed to do. Back of the hips mobility. Make sure you start with your feet wider than hips, drop the knees to one side and kick your foot to the opposite hand. Baby scorpion. Keep chest close to the ground as you just take the leg over the opposite leg, exposing the front of the hips. For extended scorpion, you want to point this toe to the ceiling first and then take it up and over towards the opposite hand and fingers, keeping chest and arms closely connected to the ground whilst looking in the opposite direction when you do so. For the glute stretch, you want to start feet wider than hips and then drop them to the side. And do this a couple of times before collapsing over the front thigh. For leapfrog, you want to make sure you place your hands underneath the chest, rolling through the outer of the hand to the forefinger, and then pulling your feet away, landing flat-footed either side of the hands. Cat crawl. Make sure this is a contralateral movement pattern. Opposite hand, opposite foot move at the same time whilst keeping knees underneath hips and knees very close to the ground. Roll through the hands, keeping them underneath the chest at all times. Hands underneath chest, knees underneath the hips. Small steps. Wide duck walk. You're walking through the rockers of your feet, heels, flat foot, and then toes, rockers 1, 2, and 3, whilst keeping nice and upright in the trunk, shoulders down and chest lifted. Reverse cat crawl. The same applies with the contralateral movement pattern and also keeping hands underneath chest and knees underneath hips and knees close to the ground. Take small steps with the hand and feet whilst keeping the hips still and tail pushed out. Lateral transition step. Load your weight through the hands, keeping them underneath your chest as you slide and kick the feet along, traversing across the room, making sure shoulders are down, chest lifted. High lizard starting. Start with the hand underneath the shoulder, chest lifted, and the foot just below the knee. High lizard stage 1. Rolling through the hips and the ankles, making sure the hips turn all the way to face the other direction, and making sure you take small steps with both the feet and the hands, placing the hands underneath the chest. High lizard stage 2. Removing the hand off the ground and taking it directly above the shoulder. Here, make sure that the shoulders down and the chest is lifted. Again, make sure to take small steps with the hands and feet. High lizard stage 3, removing the back foot off the ground, resting the thigh on the back of the calf, making sure shoulders down, chest lifted and hips are forward, so you must engage the glutes, rolling through, taking small steps each time. Low gated walk, used to traverse across very narrow areas, placing one foot in front of the other so that the heel of your foot touches your toes. And then when you walk through your rockers, the heel of your foot should come into your sitting bone, making sure the trunk is upright and chest is lifted. Walk out, push, pull. Walk the hands out into plank, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulders down, chest lifted. Bring your chest to the ground and your hips, and then get ready to pull yourself away from the ground by tucking through the pelvis, engaging abs and glutes. Then hinge back at the hips, bending the knees, and take a nice leap forward, landing flat-footed. Kangaroo jumps. Traverse across the room by bouncing on your third rocker, your toes, chest lifted, shoulders down.